Hello everybody, good morning or good afternoon or good evening, depending on what time it is for you where you are. Happy Thursday, that's the one that we're at. Welcome back. I've got a cat thinking about making her way up on my lap. I've got my latte mug for the day. I steam my milk because I'm fancy. How's everybody doing? Hi. Oh, Katie, let me back it up. Don't bonk your head. Don't bonk your head. There's a desk. There is. Yeah, I got you. That's a good spot. There you go. There you go. Hi, you're so good at that. Good morning. How are you? How are you doing this morning? Hi, everybody. I'm back on Crawdad. I really want to work on this guy. My 100 heroic world tier world quests. We're at 76, so we're getting there. And that's the main thing that I'm really excited to chip away at today. We might do a little Mythic Nighthold or even pop onto retail to do some. What did I want to do on retail? Was it Delve? I know I want to do Delves eventually, but there was something else I was doing in the meantime. Oh, a Blueberry daily quest actually. When we're looking at the amounts that I'm missing from Koresh, and I haven't done all the days of Blueberry, so we can go and do that. Say you saw new ACNH news. I mean, I could say it, but it wouldn't be true. What is it? What's going on? Here, I can Google it. ACNH news. We're connected to the internet. Nintendo Switch 2 edition free content update. Higher res visuals, mouse controls, an in-game megaphone. Eh? Online play, yeah. Free update. Features a new resort hotel run by Captain's family. New themed items and characters. Can be played in both versions of the game on January 15th. Oh, so that's nice. I don't have to get the new one because I don't have a Switch 2 and I don't really want one just yet. Quality of life in 3 islands in dream mode. Oh. That sounds exciting. Maybe I'll pick it back up again. I was doing a replay of Animal Crossing New Horizons sort of back in the spring. But basically, right as soon as I got all my villagers moved in, I just suddenly lost interest. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I think something happened. Wow. Bragazog. Is Bragazog around? He is. He's just up here. New secret Manaforge mounted toy. Look cool, but I hate tricky walks to get secret stuff. Oh no. Secret Manaforge mountain toy. Tricky walks. Is this something Wowhead's reported on? Let me pull up Wowhead and see if I remember Haley was saying yesterday that there was a secret discovered. Is that what we're after here? Oh yeah, there it is. Zytrusty's Gear Glider Mountain Cartel Transmorpher toy. Also a lovely article. What happened to obtaining hidden artifact appearances? A blue post announcing them appears to have been deleted. Oh no, they're alternate history, I guess. Okay. Here, you go ahead and summon Mr. Bragazog. I want to read about this gear glider. This is the same one we were talking about yesterday. It's been found by the Secret Finding Discord alongside the Cartel Transmorpher toy. They are the culmination of a 3-week journey uncovering secret cartel dead drops. That can't possibly mean what I think it means in this context. Through Manaforge Omega. Let's see. Originally added 9.1. Upon reaching rank 8 with the Manaforge Vandals Raid Renown track, players were given the opportunity to join a broker cartel by way of 3 new inscription recipes, each granting a week-long title and a buff. Role-playing opportunities decided to seem to be the end of it. But it wasn't. Here, I'll link the article that I'm reading so you guys can skim along. It's a spy term for secret info hiding spot. Oh, I was thinking of like a dance move. Here, we should I think that's a death drop. I think that's different. Back in spring, picked it up after 2 years because I discovered Treasure Islands, blew up my OG island from 2020, played hardcore less than 2 months, fizzled out again. I love the intro to that game. I love the beginning when you're just finding your villagers and getting your house first set up and you have all this motivation to make all these bells to pay off Tom Nook and get your rooms upgraded. But I usually I usually, once I've done that, I kind of hit the now what. I have a hard time sticking with endgame nowadays. I want to do this. I do. I promise. Okay, we're gonna this one. What? Can't wait that long. There's so many new things. When I saw the headline that it was an update, like a re-released New Horizons for Switch 2, I almost thought that people were going to be, and I'm sure somebody is somewhere, upset because of, if they're doing that, then they're probably not just about to pop out a new generation of Animal Crossing for Switch 2, which I know some people are waiting for. I don't think I would get a Switch 2 before then. Started watching island tours. Now impressive others made their islands, and it inspired me to go with a theme. That's smart. I kind of miss playing Animal Crossing. Although, if... Oh no. Oh, I'm doomed. Oh, I lost it completely. I'm just gonna guess this one. Whoa! That was entirely unlikely. Do you think they just give you a gimme, or do you think that I'm just, Queen Lucky? Alright, we're gonna go do this one. Gamer moves, yeah. Yeah, we had the real pro gamer inside of us all. Imagine no new Animal Crossing for a while after this. I mean, that works for me. That gives me more time before I feel like I'm gonna want to get a Switch 2, which gives more time for more games to come out for it. Although, if I'm being really honest with myself at this point in my life, I don't know what else I'm gonna play on a Switch 2 aside from new Animal Crossing. I've kind of washed out of various franchises over time to the point that I like having one, but I don't really play so many things on it. I kind of know myself too well. I would buy it just for Animal Crossing, though. If there was a new one, I would buy it just to have it be the Animal Crossing machine. And then, you know, maybe something will come out for it, but... Hi, kitty. How you doing? Oh yeah, the secret mount. Let's see, what else is going on with here? Dead drops inside the raid, visible only to members of the associated cartel. There was a bug allowing players to use 3 contracts at once. Mystery was solved. Acquiring all 3 drops unlocks a new quest from Zoturu at Shadow Point, awarding you the mount and the toy. Okay. Well, that doesn't sound so bad on the surface anyway. It doesn't sound like insanely complicated. Join one of the 3 cartels using the cartel items sold in the auction house per week. 3 weeks in total. Once you've joined a cartel, need to find and loot the dead drop from that cartel hidden inside Mana Forge Omega on any difficulty. Dead drops for Bonzo are unreachable if a Raz has already been defeated on your instance. Ooh. I mean, it sounds like if I really want to, I can just put this off for like 4 years and then come back and solo it and then not... and then be able to take my sweet time. I know I don't have to wait 4 years, and indeed we could even, if we wanted to, put together a raid group specifically with the intent of, like, visiting all of these spots, but that sounds like a lot of work. Completely took over my husband's Switch for Animal Crossing. The skirt of the troll is great. Yeah, I like it with the floral, the orchid bow too. He's living. He doesn't have any pets out right now. I guess I dismissed them for the barrel game. There's a lot of rares around here. Fell Surge spider eggs. I've been clicking on them and they've just been vanishing. I wonder if there's a trick to it that I haven't figured out here. No, there is no loot. I'm gonna go ahead and say this is probably busted unless I'm missing something really obvious. Let's look this up. Disgusting, but useful. Punctuation's important. Bugged in Legion Remix. You can wait for a brood mother to spawn. They drop a few eggs each. Okay. So we need to find a brood mother. Or we could give up. That's valid. That's annoying. Rather from killing spider ladies walking around. Okay, we can do that. I haven't noticed any, but I also haven't been looking. Let's take a look. You're not a spider lady. You're rare, though. Also, I've kind of left the area. Do I need to do... Not really. I wonder if I need to do any random daily dungeon queues. It wouldn't hurt, but it's not strictly necessary. Here I was listening to my audiobook while working from home, being all productive. Hazel's stream started. I do that. Happens. Although, not strictly related, but reminds me, tomorrow morning, I'm unavailable to stream. I think what I'm going to do is try and stream later in the day, like after lunch. So kind of a weird stream time tomorrow. Maybe 1-ish Pacific, assuming the work is done. But I have people coming to poke around in the ducks again, and they're going to be in my office. So I am not going to try to stream at 9 because I don't think it would work out very well. I was going to mention it earlier because I've known about this for a while, but I kept forgetting. This is, I think, maybe going to take a little bit too long. Maybe? I mean, it depends on how often they respawn. Oh, there's another one. There's another one. Hi, spider lady. If you could go get more of your friends from the nether, that would be awesome. Oh, no. All right, we're okay. We're up to 5. You guys got any good books or audiobooks going on? Likely to get trick-or-treaters at your new place? I kind of doubt it. We haven't decorated, so even if they came by, in my life, it's been kind of a code that if the house doesn't have lights on and they haven't decorated for Halloween, you probably shouldn't knock on their door because they don't got anything. And I don't have any Halloween decorations, so even if there are trick-or-treaters in the neighborhood, which is, I bet maybe some. I don't know. If I was a kid and I lived around here, I would I would want like a friend's parent to drive me to some neighborhood that was a little fancier. I don't know. That used to be the trick-or-treat Halloween meta, was figure out whose parents would take you to the more affluent neighborhoods that were more likely to be giving out candy and to be giving out better candy. Deep into 40k fanfiction on Space Battle, rating like 6 or 7. Oh. Listen to Tress of the Emerald Sea by Sanderson. Lovely classic heroine's journey / adventure. Nice. I'm halfway through a book. It is a... what is it named? Terry Goodkind book? I don't love it. It's not great. It's okay. I just picked it up because it was a fantasy book at the used bookstore, and I was desperate, and I was like, I'm either reading this or the manual to my, I don't know, pole saw. So I grabbed it, and you know, it had like a vaguely fantasy seeming cover, and it is, but it's like I'm in the middle of a series, which is problem 1, and also it's doing a lot, which is problem 2, but I'm halfway through almost, so I'm probably gonna finish the darn thing. I have a better books lined up for after that, but I'm kind of making myself finish the bad one first, because the sooner, you know, if I give up on it, I'm just gonna be out of books that much faster. That series goes off the rails in the worst possible way. And from poking around online, I'm in book 5, which I think is like right after it went off the rails. I've heard that the first 4 are tolerable and even engaging, and that's why, you know, it's like a thing. And then it just starts going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. It's just a bit odd. It's also really not subtle about which characters are the villains. Like, if you couldn't tell by the way that they treat other people and women, you could check to see if they're wearing capes made of human scalps. You know, that might be a clue. Maybe we're not rooting for that one. I'm going... yeah, let's do this one. To use the library? I want to. I can't yet. I am having the worst time getting my driver's license address updated, and until I do that, I can't get a library card here. Since my move. I put in for it like a day after I moved, and it's been months and I haven't heard anything, but there was a postal strike, but the mail's kind of running again. I need to probably call ICBC, but I can't. So I've been using little libraries, and I've been using used bookstores. but it means that I kind of take what I can get. But I did get a copy of The Invisible Man by Ralph Ellison, which I understand is a great book. So that's what I'm gonna read once I'm finished slogging through this thing. World Boss Up in Remix should do that. This one is Levantis. I noticed, I don't know if any of you guys have seen this, it's the Armies of Legion Fall is the emissary. And I'm pretty sure we can't do that yet, because I think that's next phase. And I'm a little cranky about it. I like doing emissaries. How dare you give me one that I cannot do. Love a little library treasure hunt, too. Sometimes they'll take a random bill with your new address as proof of address. Maybe. Most of my reading is on space battles, and Royal Road is some really good stuff to read, all free and all available on the devices. Nice. I go through phases of trying to get off the devices and then being too much on the devices and then trying to get off the devices. I think that's where my drive to like find physical books, even if they suck, is from, is I'm just trying to like relive my childhood when I didn't have any devices because they didn't exist yet, and I spent a lot of time with the actual books. Trying to recapture something. Another of the many bugs in Remix that Blizz probably won't fix because they're too busy with Midnight. Fixing bugs in Remix seems kind of like a very limited benefit thing too, because like, especially a bug like this is only a problem this week. So like, unless they figured they could get it sorted and get a different emissary out like now, you know, in 3 days it's gonna be like it never happened. It's not that big of a deal, but they don't have a lot of incentive to make this very polished. As long as it kind of sort of works, I guess that's good enough. Let's do some Val'sharah world quests. I'm not in Heroic World Tier. Why am I not in Heroic World Tier? I just realized I'm still at 76 of 100. I did all those world quests in normal tier. Oops. Uh-oh. Alright. Wait, but no. Oh, no, that's true. Alright, well, we're gonna go turn that on. Oops. Agamemnon, thank you very much for the brand new Prime sub. Appreciate it. Glad to have you here. I can't believe I did that. That was so silly of me. Well, we'll go talk to the spooky console. That's alright. I can't believe I did, like, that many world quests without noticing that they weren't counting towards the achievement that I set out to work on here. I don't think so. Yeah, alright. The quest with the eggs, bugs since day one, at least you can still complete it. World quest in High Mountain up at least 3 times that it's completely impossible to complete. Ooh. Yeah, that's really annoying. I can't read normal books anymore due to my vision degrading. Have to use a device anyways. That makes a lot of sense. Thought subscribing would get rid of the ads. I think it should. It should. It might need a refresh or something. Let's see. Back to Val'sharah. We're gonna try this again. Also, I wouldn't mind. I don't know how many I'm on, but if, let's see. Treasures. Hidden Treasures Val'sharah. So I did 8 of them. There was... Homebound was telling me about an achievement for doing 40 of them. Just for... It's like a regular Legion achievement, but I think you could work on it here. 40 treasures in Val'sharah or High Mountain to get these treasure chests. And the Val'sharah one is nice. Gotta feed the doggies anyway. Pop-pops. We took Moose for a walk yesterday, and we walked past some big dogs his size. But they were like with families, and we were kind of giving them space, and they were giving us space. And Moose really wanted to meet them, and he didn't get to. And then he had an absolute hissy fit, kind of, not like in a big misbehavior way, but you can just tell that he's just upset. Like he's just big pouting. He's got big pouting energy. I felt so bad. Then we got him home, and I let him run around the yard. And it's kind of counterintuitive. You'd think that taking the dog for a big walk would make him sleepy and not need to run around. You would assume that, and you would be wrong. It gives him the biggest zoomies. I think having to like walk at our pace on a leash, just like stores up a bunch of extra juice, so that the moment that we let him off leash in the yard, all of a sudden he has to go turbo boost. The Skyriding Vigor Bar is not aligned. Oh no. Daily Heroic and Remix, wait in the tank, realized I'm at 304% first. I don't need a tank. I had that moment recently, and I think it was just a normal dungeon, but I was like, I can do this. Come along, people. It's me, the hunter. I'm tanking now. I haven't put any thought into making my interface particularly symmetrical. It doesn't bother me terribly. I think once I get this achievement done, which I'm not even sure if I can do today. I don't know if there's enough world quests for it. We'll have to see. But once I get that achievement done, I might take a look at leveling the mage a bit more. You know, we started her. We got her through arguably the hard part of getting to 40. We might be able to, especially if I start doing like random, if I do like random dungeons and maybe some LFR, level her pretty quickly. I just need to get her class order hall campaign done. I don't remember if I got stuck on that or if I just wasn't, I don't know what happened. Wasn't feeling it. Yeah. Part of me wants, well, I guess it's not coming out until January. November, December. Yeah, it's a couple months away. Part of me wants to restart Animal Crossing again and be like, it's for real this time, I swear. In light of the new content that's coming out. And then the other part of me is like, by the time that you get that, you're going to have housing in actual WoW. And therefore, you won't want to play Animal Crossing because you're just going to want to decorate your WoW house. It's basically the same energy. Slumbering Nightmares. Those are the guys in the ground, I thought. Yeah. Play the new game, Necess. I have not heard of that one. A little underwhelmed by the new update. I didn't watch the trailer or anything. I just saw the article. I just skimmed it this morning on stream. The content is free. The Captain Hotel is like the Happy Home Paradise DLC I bought for New Horizons. Yeah, I guess I wonder how it's different from that hotel, because I've played that DLC a few times now. Guess you gotta watch it now. Velcro Kit. It's my baby girl. She loves when I stream, and she hates when I don't stream. On my days off, she gets crabby, she meows, she paces, she tries to herd me into the office. Oh, lately I've just been, especially when it was cold, I would just come into the office and sit down and just play WoW, like, on my own. So she could sit on my lap, and we could do the thing, because she likes this so much. That part doesn't seem too different. Played it, nice game, one of those indie gems. Today is October the 30th. Are we gonna get, oh, Halloween tomorrow. Are we gonna get, oh yeah, I have to stream late tomorrow, because I can't completely skip tomorrow's stream, because it's Halloween. Trading post preview. You'd assume that would be today, or I guess maybe tomorrow. For November. Like a lot of the other stuff though, new items and collabs. Hoping they were gonna make brand new villagers or something that we could get in game. Squirrels captured, nuts cracked. I remember this one. This seems like a job for Interact Key. Murloc onesie? Yeah. I am going to be on late, though. I have people working on the house in the morning, so I can't stream at my normal time tomorrow. So it's going to be a alternate hours Halloween stream. Oh yeah, interact key absolutely slaps for this. This is great. I remember this used to drive me nuts, like trying to click on just the teeny tiny little items. Used to make my wrist feel all twitchy. Spooky. Oh, we need a lot more, we need more squirrels. Moose, you gonna come hang out, pups? We're in here. No, I don't think so. He likes hanging out in the living room because there's a big window that he can look out, and he just, like, hangs out and just watches out the window. There's deer that go by. Allegedly, there's bears that go by, although I haven't seen one out that window. Other people have. Dressing up in costume tomorrow? I can put my Murloc onesie on again. I don't have a Halloween costume. I never do. I don't really dress up for Halloween. It just, I don't really have anywhere to go. I guess I have this, but it just seems a bit silly. And I don't have a lot of, motivation for it. This one. Barrel's Redemption. Also, I picked one of the worst researches. 50 of these things is kind of brutal. They don't give you very much bronze. Silly is the point? Yeah, I suppose so. I don't know what's wrong with me that it just doesn't click with me. I feel like everyone else has a lot of fun with it, and it just does nothing for me. I don't know what's wrong with me. I think I'm broken. I think I'm dead inside. Don't have a lot of motivation for it either anymore. How do you feel that Blizz is not developing a lot of pet battle content in Midnight? I'm curious to see what they actually do, because the bulk of what they said was something to the effect of they're not going to do a lot more of the same. And they know that fewer and fewer people are engaging with pet battles, and they want to try and fix that. They were very vague on it, though. Alright, it's that one. Well, I might have lost it. But the things that they've committed to not doing, like not having every new pet be able to battle and not having to battle new wild pets to capture them, I'm kind of on board with that. A lot of the stuff that they're not doing wasn't really engaging, it was just busy work for the sake of busy work. Pet battles have needed something new for a long time. What is pet battle? It's a kind of a mini game system in WoW that's sort of Pokemon Light. Pokemon Extra Light. Hope they do something with archaeology. I will miss wild pet battles. New Dairy episode drops. That's my Halloween. Not recommended for Hazel. I did watch the two modern It movies recently. I don't know if I would watch the show. I think I'm dairied out. We're gonna. Hoped for a new pet dungeon for years. Take the entire system, put it on mobile. I've been hearing that for a long time. I don't know. I guess I shouldn't talk because I'm just cranky, I guess. But I don't know if that's what I would want. It doesn't sound that fun. I guess I would need to drill down into what is fun about pet battles for me and what I would want to see more of. I don't think it's put it on phone. For me, anyways, personally. And it's not really more pet battle dungeons either, because at a certain point, those are fun to figure out the first time, but then you're just repeating the exact same content. The replayability on them kind of sucks. They're not any different when you go through them, unless they're just RNG and therefore kind of unfair. It's a tough system to innovate in. More gore in the movies. Gotcha. My brain only wants WoW and books lately. Pets have felt kind of saturated in that it's hard to get excited about getting new ones and what can they do and leveling them up when you have like 2,000 of them. I wonder if they could do things like maybe like a new little sort of a mini group of pets that you can raise that are a little bit more in depth, that are still maybe they function for battle, maybe they don't, but being able to breed them for different color patterns and like kind of raise and combine them. Those kinds of systems I've found engaging in games. Things like horse breeding and BDO. I feel like you could, not with all pets because that would be insane, but you could come up with little subgroups of pets and have like offshoots and have a player get into like, I don't know, what are those little bouncy things in Korthia that are like little froggy guys? I forget their names, but like imagine like somebody breeding those and then getting really good at it and then being able to, I don't know, like sell them for pets or, I don't know, rent them out to eat pests on people's player houses. Something different, something interesting. Head off in the style of the anniversary mount off. Like the pet battles are easy achievements because I just rip teams from Zufus. Yeah, that's what I do too. And I wonder if maybe it's just a case of me ruining it for myself. Like maybe they are still fun and engaging if you're not using other people's strategies, but it just kind of feels like, I don't know, it would feel like trying to play a, like trying to parse in WoW, or, you know, beat a fight with invented talents that you feel like are a good idea, but they're not a good idea because you're not a theory crafter. Like, it's pretty established to take guidance from experts and stuff like that. And for pet battles where you can just import the team and then import the script, there's not a lot of gameplay left in it. Kind of hard to catch up, especially just getting to 1,800 pets. Yeah. And I think that if they had continued doing what they were doing and just adding more and more pets that can all battle and all need to be leveled and all need to be upgraded, assuming you want them to be all leveled and upgraded, that ceiling's just going to get farther and farther away for new people that want to get into it. Wow. What is it? You got your food and water, right? Let me take a look. Sometimes I swear, even if her water is completely fine and I've replaced it like within the day, she'll still meow at me to redo it just because she wants someone to do something for her. You know, she just wants like a little attention. She just wants to know she still has some pull around here. I don't blame her one bit. What is this? This seems like a bad idea. Seems like a kind of a big world quest. Throw a spear. Poison nearby enemies, and then this is a increase run speed, periodically kick backwards. Oh, I guess it's if there's people behind me chasing me. Gotcha. Anyway, she'll probably be back. I think I probably did this once in my life and then decided it was not worth the time. And then never did it again, and it's a little bit fun. I'm one-shotting things, which is nice. That works nicely. Maybe the scaling is just favorable with Remix. I just need to find a Pit Lord. And where they are is kind of anybody's guess. Maybe at a portal? That seems reasonable. Harder version of the world in Remix. It's called Heroic World Tier. Heroic World Tier. A lot of players at endgame will be in that now because it's a bit more rewarding than regular, and once you're geared up to a certain point, you don't really feel the difference. So if you're looking for a world boss group, that might be what it is. You can access it by interacting. There's like a big green demon-looking console in the Infinite Bazaar, and that'll turn it on. Pit Lords are the other way. The other way. There's infinite ways. Legneros, thanks for the 18-month Reese. Appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. On the second book of Discworld, enjoying, but Monty Pythonish from time to time. Yeah, that's what he's really good at. Is that kind of like dry, snappy British humor, but like embedded in a valid fantasy series. I love it a lot. I feel like he does a good job of doing books that have commentary in them without it feeling like preachy or annoying or like you're just sitting through a big lecture. I insist on playing in Heroic World Tour, but def getting my butt handed to me here and there. Yeah, I was dying a lot when I first turned it on while I was like trying to level and stuff. I ended up giving up on it until I was endgame, and then also like item level 650 plus was I think when I started getting into World Tour. There we go. Hopped on my Resto/LA Shaman this morning just to finish up my weekly delves. It's hard to go from remix to retail. Not the damage, the moving while casting full time is the key. Yeah. Yeah, I could totally see that. Good on you for getting on your delves, though. I heard this week is a good week for it. I want to do some delves on my priest this weekend. Oh, lots of world quests up here. Off we go. Also, I have some research I should maybe turn in. Yeah, let's do that, because I can always, well, I mean, I'm almost here. Yeah. I guess we can always port back. I was going to say I can skip to True Shot Lodge, but I'm basically there already. Not a problem. So let's turn that one in. I think I'm going to abandon this one because it sucks. And with one of them turned in, I should be able to get a new set of assignments. Yeah, world quests. We're doing those anyway. And then we can check killing any enemies. We can do that. And then turn in this one. I've sadly given up on my priest. All Resto Shaman these days. Lava Disc is gone due to some decisions they made in the War Within. Yeah, that's fair. That's a bit sad. Guild has decided to stop raiding Heroic Maniforge, killed Demencius 4 times, folks start disappearing. Yeah. We only did it like I think twice before we were done for the tier. We don't farm very much anymore. We used to do it a little bit more, but now as long as we did it, we got our achievement. That's most of the journey. Lots of nice bronze here. Can do a couple pieces here this way. I guess I'm still waiting for a couple pieces of. I need another one trinket, one ring, and then my net could use a little boost up. Not too bad. Still doing weekly normal kills just to get everyone the Hearthstone. Takes 10 minutes. Oh, I'm a little jealous. Also, greetings. Hope you're having a lovely day. Happy early Halloween. Still need to do the Achieves in Maniforge. That'll come in a week or two. That was pretty fun. Some of them got nerfed, thankfully. We did our achievement clear a week or two ago, and some of them are better than they were when they first came out. And you can kind of tell by digging back through the archaeology of old WoW head comments and when they were written. The first boss one, where you're saving rats, is much nicer now. There's not nearly as many of them. Good, but ready for the weekend? Nice. Whew. Do you have a long weekend, or are you just ready early? Pouring rain today? Find it really lovely and calm. Nice. How is Hazel? I'm good. I'm feeling extra grateful for my heat today because it's like, it's not freezing outside, but it's very close. I was wearing a lot of layers when I took my doggy out this morning. It is chilly out there. But I'm nice and toasty and cozy in here. It's nice. I'm ready early. Got heat. Congrats. Thank you. Thank you very much. I hope I never take it for granted again. At least, I mean, even if we'd had to wait longer, at least we have firewood now, but it is a lot less work to just turn on the heat pump. This one is just a kill mobs, which we can certainly do. How are we doing on our other heroic world tier achievements? Getting there on the empowered enemies. Need another 26 of those, and then quite a few more obelisks still to go. I just feel so famous. Okay. What are these? Oh, they're basilisks. Oh, it's basilisk meat. Happy Halloween Eve. Happy Halloween Eve. It's supposed to hit 21 Celsius here today, so no wood fire for us. Oh, how summery. My goodness. Oh, I got some good infinite power. What is my versus at 105? It's coming along. I'm on the fence about it. Wouldn't take very long to just do a Mythic Nighthold for the sake of doing a Mythic Nighthold. It wouldn't be a long drawn out process or anything, and it's good for your it would help boost up my Versa. I'm just wondering if I'm gonna really feel the difference if I continue to grind that, or if I'm basically if it's a question of just killing something instantly versus extra instantly. If I'm not too worried about stunting on the meters, maybe I shouldn't worry about it. My quest here to teach the local magpies that I'll give them peanuts if they hang out here is making progress. Nice. Do you recognize individuals? Are you giving them nicknames? It sounds very cute. Okay, we can leave here. I always nod and say hello to the local ravens, but I don't know if they read that as a sign of respect or they just think I'm a goofy lady who talks to the birds. They look so cool. They look cool all year round, but they look so cool this time of year because there's like a lot of mist, there's a lot of fog, there's a lot of smoke from people's wood stoves. So like a big raven will just come like winging out of like the mist. And it's very atmospheric. Gives me the chills. One that's kind of pioneered the group that was kind of small and skinny, and the rest are too similar. Ravens are wonderful, but I see them as judgy. I don't know why. That's so funny that you would say that. I was talking about the ravens with my sister last time she was here, and she was saying that she doesn't really like them because they're too smart. In that, like, she doesn't trust what they're thinking because they're up to something. And which is sort of a similar vibe. I kind of see them as judgy too. I saw a raven feeding what was presumably its like adolescent raven child, because it was basically the same size as the parent raven, but it was squawking up a storm, and then was finally reluctantly fed. And it's really I really love watching the birds, especially the corvids like the crows and the ravens, trying to kick their kids out and stop babying them because their kids are so bratty. like the when they're babies, of course it makes sense, but you'll see like a fully grown, full-sized crow or apparently raven just like screaming at their parent. And then finally, and the parents just like hopping away from them, and then I guess they finally get like worn down, and then they'll open up their beak and hork something up. But it's just so funny because you can feel the exhaustion pouring off the parent raven. I feel like that's very universal. Local murderer crows that live in the forest behind me hate my older dog but enjoy my puppy. It's hilarious. Aww. Karazhan teleports so useful as Horde. Also, hello. Hello, Jeffrey. Neighbor at our summer cottage in VT has taught the blackbirds to start screaming at 8 a.m. for food every morning, kind of like our local rooster. Oh, man. I, as a policy, try not to feed the local wildlife personally, with the exception of growing things that the birds might like. But boy, do I love watching them. This is a World Quest game. Tuning in from the Pokemon ZA streams. What did I join? Hello. We're just doing remix. We were talking about birds. We're just having a cozy Thursday morning. Also on good terms with them. You don't want to get on bad terms with your local murder of crows, ravens or otherwise. They will remember, and they can tell each other. Like, you will find yourself the target. There's been like news stories over the years of birds on school campuses taking issue with like a certain type of person, because maybe somebody that looked like that like caused problems with the birds or threw something at them, or I don't know what happened, but you'll have a situation where, and I've even seen this with owls too, where they will like dive bomb certain types of people, whether it's like young men or like people with hats or whatever it is, and though, like, I remember like one specific video where like the female students were walking along just fine, but the male students had to like cover their necks with like their bags and duck and like run because they would have birds like it sounds terrifying. Dive bombing them as they were crossing the campus. Crows in my yard expect some ham from me. I accidentally fed a crow once when I was walking my dog because I would throw treats for my dog to get him to go get them to kind of help redirect his attention from stuff. But once I threw it a little too far and I missed, and Moose didn't get it, and then a crow got it. It was a piece of beef liver. And then it started following me, and then you look behind you and there's two of them, and then you look behind you again and there's three of them. And then you start to understand where Hitchcock was coming from. Kookaburra is also pretty keen on kangaroo meat. Born of the Northern Sea, thank you for the 54-month resub. Have a very happy Get Your Remix Stuff Done day, Hazel. Regards from Southern California. Thank you very much. Right back at you. Hey, friend, more snacks? They would follow at like a middle distance, which I found really unnerving. They wouldn't be right on your heels, but they would never be terribly far either, and they would just kind of like hop behind you or like fly from telephone pole to telephone pole. Dog treats the key to a crow army. Oh yeah. Dog treats. Nuts and seeds would work too. But just beware, especially if you're in a city. You could always tell walking around Victoria who habitually fed the birds because they would have like a murder of birds following them in a way that was like very obvious and also kind of a nuisance. I wouldn't be surprised if you caught some flack from the city because it's, I think, against at least a bylaw or something to do that. You can cause quite the disturbance. Dog Odie used to jump at the clothesline and they teased him. I fear that if I suddenly also stop feeding the birds due to any circumstance, they will turn on me. I want to plant a lot of things that the hummingbirds will like next year so I can kind of feed hummingbirds during the spring and summer without having to put up hummingbird feeders that might entice bears to come try and see if they can get any sugar water. Yeah, okay. It's probably in a cave. We might be able to find our way in. You stop feeding. No food good from there. A lot of folks seem to choose Demon Hunter, but I choose DK. There are a lot of Demon Hunters running around a remix. I feel like it's a good class for it. Am I going in? No, I need to go in this side. TH, super fun. Ton of fun in Remix. They must scale like particularly well with the extra verse too. It's thematically accurate, yeah. I saw High Mountain described as Forbidden Reach but with necessary caves the other day. Love being able to double jump and glide, feels great. Oh yeah, this is the right cave. I like the, I like High Mountain better than the Forbidden Reach. I guess it just feels more familiar to me. I love like the mountainy forests and like the rivers and the produce and everything. Like it feels very, I don't know, fleshed out and real. Some of the newer zones start to feel a little thin. But maybe that's just me not having spent as much time with them. Do you like High Mountain more? Most of the world quests are overworld, yeah. This one's not so bad. I think because I'm out here specifically to do world quests, I have a greater tolerance for when they're annoying, because I feel like I'm here to do all of them anyway, so I've got more patience to like sit down and figure it out. Yes. Afraid of the incoming Kill Jaden wipes. I think for some of the later raids, I'm only going to end up needing to do them like once for the achievements. I guess it'll depend on how much bronze I still need, because I am still shy a couple million bronze. 1.7. Hit 518% today. Nice. Let me just take a look at this. Tomb of Soak Jaden. 100 something. I'm at 105. 518. You must be very powerful. Oh, hey, I found the dude. Kind of bronze caches from the later phases. That's kind of what I was thinking. And I also still have yet to do like a Mythic Zero World Tour, which I can solo them now. I don't even need to find a group or anything. And that'll give me like a lot of bronze from those achievement caches too. So I think it'll come together. I'm not in a huge hurry. Right now I'm just kind of getting some daily bronze from different things and then spending it on extra class mounts, because I've decided that I'm not really going to level a bunch of alts this time around. But I do need a lot of bronze in the last phase, because I apparently did not farm everything off of Argus rares back the first time around, so I need some of the actual like expensive stuff. Gazarog the Stone Speaker over this way, it looks like. Decided I didn't want to level more than 4 new alts. I feel like I have to stick with Orca the Mage just because her name is so cute. And she'll be nice to have for like rare camping and stuff, because she's on like a different RP server from Crawdad and also from my other hunter. She's a mage, so she can teleport around. I feel like that'll be a useful character to have for just like camping and checking on spawns and stuff. Just have the Deathless classes, bought the rest of the class mounts. Nice. Mage is great for that. Plus, it's not like I have like a ton of mages. I'm starting to realize there's a reason I don't have a ton of mages. And, it makes me less motivated to try to get like the mage class mounts, because I can only ride them on mages, and if I never play one, I'm never gonna miss it, you know? As long as I have the class mounts for the classes I actually play. Nothing says you have to play all the classes in this game. There's no law that says you need to. Feels good when Heroic World Tour starts to feel weaker than you, since it begins as kind of a struggle. Yeah, I agree. I think it was a smart thing to add for that reason. It's nice to kind of have like a field in which to enjoy your extra power without necessarily just checking meters in raids. Because you won't always feel it in a raid, because there's going to be other people that are blasting. Surprised when I got the transmog from doing 1 mythic, and now I want the title. Make like a more in midnight. Maybe. I think I only have so much capacity to be invested in different classes as alts. And even if there's like nothing wrong with it and it would potentially be fun, I only have so much fun to have, if that makes sense. Like I just start feeling spread a little bit thin after a while. So it's not that there's anything wrong with the class, it's just that I already found enough alts to enjoy that I don't really feel like I want anymore, I guess. It's like hobbies in real life. There's lots of them that I bet would be a really good time, but there's only so many hours in the day and I'm sleepy. Never done a Mythic Plus before, Linux. DK main, I do like the warrior ult. Yeah. I'm always going to be a priest main, I think. I'm going to have at least one hunter ult. And at least one druid ult, for sure. I'm trying to think of things that I would actually, like, play and not just have for mount farming and stuff. I like having a warlock around, although I still have yet to figure out what's going on in them, but I like warlock a little more than mage. Just thematically, I like the dots, I like the pets. Druid's so useful to have, made mine a high mountain torrent. Can't heal your tank, way too much stress. I'm glad to hear Blizzard acknowledge the issues with getting into tanking in terms of the mental load of having to know the route and the percentages and stuff like that in the polls. And it doesn't mean they're going to fix the problem, but at least they're aware of it. Because that's my issue. I don't mind tanking in and of itself, and in a fully linear experience, I think it's great. A little boring, but what are you going to do? Hi, Jedi Bob. How are you doing today? Happy Thursday. I'm just wondering, like, if I got everything I wanted and they like completely spelled out what the best thing to pull and what the best route was to go, would that then make it boring, you know? Is what I'm thinking of actually what's good for the experience, or is it just what it would take to get me into it, when maybe that's not what they need to be worried about? Maybe it's fine that I'm not into it. I feel like you'd have to have ways, and it's hard because tanking is such a pass-fail thing. It's kind of like healing in that way. It's like either you're doing fine, you have aggro, and you're moving at an acceptable pace and whatever, or you're not. So once you're doing fine, the ways in which you can distinguish yourself as a really good player, they exist, but there's not a lot there compared to like a DPS, where you can optimize further and therefore do more DPS. I mean, I guess the tank could then do more DPS, but I don't know. I feel like if they make the skill floor so low as to make it really accessible to kind of pass that pass-fail of tanking, you run the risk of making it kind of boring. Too much pressure with pugs, yeah. Huge difference in amount of DPS versus those, so maybe they're focused on how long queue times can be. I wonder how much of it is the gameplay of tanking versus just like how much tanking naturally appeals to people. You know, like I feel like there's always players in every MMO that kind of are naturally suited to one role over another, kind of regardless of gameplay. Like even if they made tanking incredibly satisfying, I don't know if that would get half of the people that play the game into it, right? Because it's just the core premise of it is going to appeal to some people, but not everybody. And I'm wondering to what extent that plays a role. Not that it matters, I'm just talking out loud, so that's kind of what we do. Hunt animals using Razik's prototype. No, so I can't just hunt them on my own. Oh. Alright. Well, we can do that. Tanking is okay. Things can hit me. The switch thing, don't understand that. Like tank swapping? Trading a boss between two tanks to take different abilities and debuffs and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, it's usually just a matter of when. You know, if you're gonna do it on certain stacks of debuff or like after a given ability. And even the best tanks will sometimes like fat finger a button or get a little twitchy and then need like an extra taunt or something back. Salad bar moment. Yeah. Never explained. When do I learn that and playing the game? That is true. There's nothing that really teaches you two-tank tanking aside from starting a raid, really. And also, part of it is out of your hands. Like, if you're in LFR and you're tanking a boss and you have 8 stacks of something that you really should only get 5 stacks of, and it's like, there's nothing you can do. Like, the game could yell at the other tank to taunt, but it is kind of counterintuitive because you're taunting based on something happening to another player. I wonder if they'll do more work to make that easier to see in default UI as well. 18 years of tanking for my brother to tell me I'm a better healer. Got my Ghoulish Charger mount yesterday, finished collecting tricky treats today, 100% done with everything for Hallow's End. Nice! Maybe that's what I should do tomorrow. I mean, I should definitely do at least one go-round of Horseman today. Maybe I'll do my tricky treats tomorrow. That'll be thematic. On brand, so to speak. Did I lose my prototype? I lost my extraction button. Whoopsies. I don't think I was supposed to leave the area. There was a goblin. I could probably pick it up again from the goblin. I just need to remember where the goblin was. No Ghoulish Charger, but got a Witch Hat and Vel'Sharah. Nice. Collecting 2,500 tricky treats. Not fun, let me tell you. I believe you. I can't believe you got that many in one season. That's insane. Late to realize it was a new Hallow's End mount. I've only tried to get it for 3 days so far. It doesn't seem to be dropping as readily as some of the other holiday mounts for sure. It has been a bit stubborn. Maybe the goblin is right under the quest marker. That could be the case. Are you up here? Maybe not. Feel like it should be fun, but I'm never in the mood for treats. Nah, tricky treats are awful. They're not fun. Oh, will it just give me credit if I just kill them? No, of course not. I have to get my extraction button back. I lost my extraction button. Is it up here? There's people up here. That's a good sign, right? Got lucky 2 days ago with that Headless Horseman's Ghoulish Charger mount. Yeah, it was you. Hi. Here it is. Alright. Okay, we're back. Hi, Sita. How are you doing? Happy Thursday. All ready for Halloween, I hope. Kitty, you coming back? You can come back up if you want. Hi. Sometimes I'll say something to her and I'll forget that she listens and speaks English. She just came right back over like, yes, okay, I will. Alright. I am here whenever you like. Can you come up? Kitty. Like, I feel like I talk to her for my benefit, and then sometimes I forget that she's listening. Hi, sweetie. I'm on this side if you want. There you go. That's this stuff. We should do your nails today, huh? Getting a little long again. Hi, baby girl. Going to be in my favorite state tomorrow. Oh, what's that? Completionist collector in me just has to do everything, even if it means collecting over 2K tricky treats in less than 2 weeks. Oh, man. Doing Sojourner? No, just World Quests. Just World Quests for the 100 World Quests in Heroic World Tier. I'm at 86 of them, so I'm trying to see how far I can get today. Because it's a blue version of the Sargeras that you get then. Hi! Hi, baby. A state of delusion. Yeah, only blind, not deaf. Definitely not deaf. She has excellent hearing. Hi, sweetie. She's very good directional hearing. She can pinpoint exactly where something is as long as she can hear it. Sometimes to help her get around, I'll tap on like a different surface and she can tell by the sound that you're making on that whether or not that's like a table or like a couch or your lap or whatever it is. Friendly kitty. She's a good girl. She's such a good girl. Hi. She's ruined me for cats. Like, I'm gonna get another cat one day. And I'm gonna be like, why are you biting me? What's why are we not soulmates? You know, my last cat was my absolute bestie. What's with the claws? Here it is. Guess I left one horseman costume toy left in the vendors last year, and this year I got enough treats for the new Mog, deciding I'm leaving that 150 tricky treat toy again. So my dog a few years ago went through the same thing. I was like pondering about one day, not right now because we just bought a house, so let's calm down, but one day getting another dog so Moose could have like a dog friend built into his home and not have to I'm sure he would still want to meet other dogs that he sees out in the world, but he would at least have a little bit of canine companionship. And it's hard for me to imagine having another dog even at the same time as Moose, because I'm so obsessed with Moose that I feel like another dog would be starting on the back foot, you know? Should button train your next cat. Like Elsie wants. A robo dog. Drog bar. Mana thirster. Maybe in a cave? Violent Crag Eater. Idols. Yeah, inside here. Maybe 10:30 or so I'll log over and do my daily chance at the Horseman mount. I should, I mean, it's probably too late for me to reasonably get one this year. I should get a cool witch hat that I can start wearing for Halloween streams, you know? It's gonna come around every year. I don't really want to have like a whole big costume, but I could probably handle a hat. That's what we do around Christmas time, when I remember, is we put on the reindeer antlers. Nothing wrong with being a witch. Classic. Hi. Nope, I am not done with there. How did I not get any requirements done? I swear there were people in there, and I was just supposed to slay them, and I did. Murloc witch. Need one of those Niffin hats. I know exactly the one you mean. I don't know if Moosey's gonna wear his bat wings this year. They don't really fit him very good anymore. At least you can have hair with your witch hat. Oh, I was very lost for a second. As compared to our World of Warcraft characters that have their hair up. Huh? Headphones died. Will we see moose and reindeer horns? No, I don't have anything like that for him. I have bat wings, but they're a little small for him. I got them for him when he was a puppy. And I can kind of sort of tie him onto a harness, but it's a bit of a mess. You guys haven't seen Moose in a while. He's still cute, I promise. He hasn't been hanging out in the bed in this office too much because he likes looking out the window in the main room, but also Kitty likes this bed, so she's usually on it if she's not on my lap. Make him uncomfy. Yeah, exactly. We haven't. Do I have any good recent Moosey? Those are mushroom pictures. Here's me with... Is this one from our current place? Oh. Yeah, okay. Hold on. I don't know why I closed it, just open it again. Here is a puppy fix. Here's my buddy. This is what he does when he wants something. He just sits there and he stares soulfully at you. Isn't he handsome? I love him so much. It's him looking back at his father, be like, maybe you'll give me what I want. I don't remember what he wanted. Food or a walk. How could you say no, right? When he's really desperate, he'll very politely just boop you with his nose. White thing behind his head. Air purifier. Which I should probably plug in again. I put it away for a while, but I feel like, especially with a lot of wood smoke going around, I could probably run it. Wouldn't hurt. Yeah, that's my baby boy. This is my pup. He got my pants all dirty this morning because I was out with him in the yard and he keeps taking this muddy stick and he wants me to tug on it with him. So he'll like shove it into the front of my legs. But I'm not gonna tug on it because it's like a splintery stick and it seems like a terrible thing to try to grab onto. Sometimes I'll do it if I'm wearing gardening gloves, but I really need to just get him like a rope toy out there. He runs so fast in that yard. He sprints. Sometimes like his back feet will like spin out and lose traction, especially if it's muddy, because he's just going so fast he can't contain himself. He can't control his own speed. I don't think I'll ever have a number for it, but sometimes I'm curious about what his top speed is because I swear he's very fast. He's not like a greyhound or anything, but boy can run, at least in short bursts. Katie and Moose run the stream. Yeah, that's only fair. They run my life too. I don't know what my life would be like if I didn't have pets, but I feel like it would be very blue. It would be very, very sad. Oh, look at all these boxes. How are we doing? 89 of 100. I bet we can do this. There's lots of world quests. We can get this achievement done for sure. Welcome back. What's our XP up to now? 193. I suppose we can do the Enigma too. Quest 91. Oh, bless you. Bless you. Any more? You're normally like a 5 to 10 sneezes in one go kind of girl. You okay? Sometimes she gets kind of off kilter. She'll sneeze for a while, and then that'll make her cough, and then that'll make her throw up. And it's not very fun. You good? You're good. He's okay. Like me, I have sneezers. Best zone? Best zone. Best zone for what? Oh, hang on. I can do this. Unfortunate chain of events. It seems miserable, and you can tell that she gets kind of like crabby when it starts because she's like, ah, geez, here we go again. All right. Oh, 1, 1, 2 left. Oh, favorite zone in the Broken Isles. Val'sharah, easy. 1, 1. We did this one already. Yeah, I like the forest. I like the rivers and the fish. I like the nightmare sort of color scheme. Thanks to the people you responded to about the people behind the Raid 10 and the Infinite Bazaar. I know you heard a lot about them, but watch your YouTube VODs. I learned of them. Thanks. No problem. Of course. It is a good tip. It was a weird thing for Blizzard to hide them like that. I don't know. Yeah, sure, we can try it. Go board the King's Fang. I'm always nervous whenever it's a 0 of 1 quest objective because I don't remember what comes after it, but it's usually a bunch of stuff. Darn it, I probably would have been done this already if I had not forgotten to turn on Heroic World Tier. If you have a DH, the toy vendor has a specific toy. I thought I had spent all the bronze I could. Nope. Oh, I don't have a pet. Captain Luthal slain. Oh hey, Legion Slayer 4. That's 200 empowered enemies. Oh, they want me to do 500 empowered enemies. There's more. Congrats, thank you. How much do you get in that? 7,500, not bad. That's nice. I don't know, I'm kind of relieved there's more. I don't think I'm going to finish all of them, but if I'm going to be in Heroic World Tier anyways, it's nice to have extra little bonuses you can get along the way. I wonder if they want to do me to do more than 200 obelisks after the end of that. They might. Running away. $31K bronze. Because right now I'm just working on it. Well, I'm working on 100 Time Warp Obelisks for a Greater Bronze Cache. Maybe the Greater Bronze Cache achievement is the final one? Because last one was for a regular Bronze Cache. And then there was a greater one after that. It's the last one for obelisks. Okay, good. Good, good, good. There must be people that are trying to do literally every Legion Remix achievement just for the sake of completion. I feel like it's a noble goal, but I would run out of steam basically once I had run out of stuff to buy with bronze. Kind of want to get every achievement, but also have a life. Yeah, a bit tough. Four left, two up, two right. One, two, three, four. I want to hit 999 infinite power. I don't know if I paid attention to this one. I was reading chat. No, we're good. I find I still click on them just because, yeah. I mean, you get in the habit of it. They give you a buff or something, presumably. I miss, I guess it's a BFA World quest. I miss Shell Game. I used to love doing Shell Game. The barrel thing I could live without. I didn't resummon my pet yet. I hate that barrel game, is the worst. It's usually just the last round of it that annoys me. But back in the day, if you messed that up, you'd have to start the whole thing from scratch, which sucked. I don't know if they still make you do that or not. Avoid the Enigma World quests. I usually only do them when I'm trying to do a Kirin Tor emissary, but right now I'm just trying to do everything. Turtle made it to the water. The Bejeweled ones will forever be the finest of the Puzzle World quests. I miss those. Speaking of puzzles, I need to reassemble my my Lego botanicals. I had a Lego orchid and a Lego bamboo that I had assembled, and I had put them on the shelf behind me before I moved. And then I packed them up to move, and I partly disassembled them, but then I sealed them into Ziploc bags so that the pieces would stay together. And I have them in my closet, but I haven't sat down to like reassemble them because the process of trying to do that kind of intimidates me. Like, it's assembling them from scratch is almost better because then I was able to kind of follow step by step on the instructions, and having certain pieces already done and trying to remember how they go together. I should just pull up the instructions again so I can reference them. But it's like just abstract of a problem enough to make me not want to do it. I think my brain's gotten lazy. Barrel thing was great practice. Didn't know at the time for Kaivesa and Delves. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, this is so much fun to do. I love doing big pulls in Heroic World Tier now that I'm fully geared because it's so satisfying compared to when I tried to do this in like half gear. Love that. Plus, I only need 5 more world quests, then we'll get our set. I'm gonna mog it. I'm gonna put it on to Crawdad. I have a Lego Orchid I need to start. Don't wanna, since I know I'll move in the next 6 months. Yeah. I feel that. Before I moved, I received as, I think, a Valentine's gift from my partner, a Lego bonsai tree. And I didn't even open it because I knew we were moving eventually, and I wanted to assemble it after I'd moved. And now I've moved and I haven't done it yet, and I'd like to, but I'd like to fix the other ones first. Is this a world quest? That's just a bonus objective. This is a world quest. They're pretty, though. I like them a lot. Just gotta sit down and do it. I have that. I love assembling those Lego kits because they're easy enough. It's just there's something, I guess this is kind of the appeal of games too, about like a easily understandable direction, you know? It like gives you the brain itch of having done something without having to think too hard. I get too frustrated when I get stuck on problems. I get doomy right away the moment I encounter something I don't understand, and it's not great. If I don't get things super easily on the first try, I get really frustrated. And I'm not good at working through it because I don't have to do it very often. Changeable blossoms? Yeah! You can do the pink blossoms for spring, or... what is the alternative? Just green leaves, I think? APC, I can do that. Hi Saga, how are you? Happy Thursday. You doing anything for Halloween, is it? Green, yeah. They must have maples too. I think they have like bonsai maple Lego botanicals. I have a lot of Japanese maples in my yard now. There's at least one already in there, and then I jammed the ones that I had been keeping in pots just into different spots. Love the blossoms are actually frogs. I think the little trivia about like how they've repurposed different like designs of pieces is kind of cute. I was surprised by it at first because I was like, you guys are the manufacturer. You can make any size of piece you want. Why are you using something like, you know, the shields from Battleship Troopers? But kind of cute once you get into it. Doing pretty good. Been getting more into fitness and working out. Nice. Dad got me a 20-pound pumpkin to carve. Done that. Oh, cool. What do you carve into it? You do a face? I did a spooky witch face on mine. What's your favorite kind of workout to do? Slang. Here we go. Need 3 more world quests after this. I'm glad I can get this done today. We're at 34k bronze. Probably scrape enough, especially if I do a few dungeons here, to get another couple of class mounts. Did a plainish face, yeah, nice. It's fine. Hi, baby girl. Are you thinking of doing any writing for November? I know the novel writing month org is kind of defunct, but the spirit of the month remains. Trying to build a dump truck. Squats is high on the list. For a brief moment, I forgot we were talking about exercise, and I thought you were getting into machinery and vehicle building, and I was like, that's cool. The other thing is also cool, don't get me wrong. Rowing machine, used for a full body workout. Nice. Built in a dump truck. Oh dear. Yeah, this one. Hi David, how are you doing? Happy Thursday. Hope October is going well for you. We're almost into November. And then I get to decide when I want to decorate for Christmas. I know a lot of people in the US will wait until after their Thanksgiving, but my Thanksgiving was in October, so I feel like as soon as it's November, it's technically fair game if you're really feeling it. Excuse me, it's Rocktober. Didn't want to lock myself into a gym membership too early, got some resistant bands instead. Nice. Is it weird to think that if that... No, never mind. I feel as though I sit on bones. Get a little comfier in a chair. Mom had a stationary bike and the rowing machine anyway. Can use those too. Get a good little routine going. Nice. Sweet muscle there to cushion that. Yeah. You know, whatever works. I was gonna say something along the lines of if I was gonna work on my body for aesthetics, I don't know if I would worry for myself, just anyway, about my butt for the sole reason that it's behind me. So I can't really see it. Like, I feel like for my own vanity, if I'm going to admire myself in the mirror, and maybe I just don't have enough experience with mirrors, but I would want like my shoulders, you know, maybe my arms, maybe my core, you know, some abs, stuff you can see from the front. That's a dumb thought. I apologize. I respect everybody's journey to create the booty of their dreams. Any workout better than no workout? Some days just put on music in my headphones, dance around the house. All movement is good. Hazel, what Chrissy emotes do you have planned for tomorrow / the day after? What is a Chrissy emote? Hazel's confused. Training for strength and health. Thick thighs, pretty eyes. Doable. Nice. Isn't Chrissy like an Animal Crossing character? New Day of the Dead Mass Transplants? Oh. She's a bunny. She is an Animal Crossing character. She's a bunny. Yeah. But I doubt that's what you mean. What do you mean? Christmas. Christmas emotes. I don't think I've ever done holiday emotes. I think I've had the same emotes since like 2016. We don't. It's a very cute idea, and if Twitch does anything, then by all means. But I haven't. I've never done that kind of thing. Back into WoW. Don't know what form I want to get into. Retail, remix, or classic. Remix is nice because it's very low commitment. It's a temporary game mode, so you can just kind of play, have fun, enjoy it for now. You're not locked into having to play it forever because it doesn't even last forever. You're just collecting some stuff. Yeah, I don't do emotes, but I do decorate the office for the holidays. I usually stick some Christmas lights instead of the purple LEDs up in the back. Sometimes I get a little bit of some fake garland up there. Alt Army's coming along nicely. Did we used to get around 10 tricky treats? I don't think so. I think it's just that that's how many... When you do, like, Midsummer, and when you do Brewfest, you would get 5 to 10 of the currency, depending, per city that you visit. So getting 2 or 3 kind of feels awful, but I think it always was 2 or 3. I think it's just that the other holidays are better. But I had that thought, too. When I first hit up my first pumpkin, and I was like, what do you mean 2 treats? I was... dismayed. I was indignant. Christmas Australia? No, it's good. I am always excited to learn new things, especially because I live in an absolute box, so you guys are a large part of my exposure to the wider world. I love Christmas. In a secular kind of way. I'm gonna have to see after I decorate if I want to get more Christmas decorations, because I have a house to decorate now, so maybe I could do some outdoor stuff. Maybe I'll want more things to cover a wider area. I don't know. We'll have to see. Need to increase the trees. There's too many things to buy. Yeah. I need 2 more world quests. This one's fine. We can do this one. Outdoor things. And I don't know what I might want. Like, no, I'm not an inflatable kind of person. I love lights, but I'm gonna have to figure out how to run. I guess you just run extension cables, right? And timers. I'll have to figure out what the done thing is to get some outdoor lights on. It may vary depending on how much snow you get. Yeah. What music are you playing? Theoretically nothing. I think it's just the zone music. Your hard exposure to Canada. Well, one little corner of Canada anyway. It's a pretty big country, and a lot of people live different lives from me in that they have lives out in the world that involve things that are more socially active than going, huh, that's a funny looking fish. Something to keep in mind, where to store them after they come down. I actually have room to store some stuff now. Your transmog's the best. Thank you very much. Background music sounds warped. It slows sometimes. I've heard it before. I'm not running any other software that would be playing music. I'm gonna just double check. Sometimes I accidentally double launch WoW, so the loading screen would be on as well, but it's not. How much snow we get, so foreign to me. I'll have to see what it's like here. I got snow tires on the car finally. They took off my old tires and they were like, you should not drive on these anymore. We'll get you new ones in the spring. We're gonna throw these out for you. Do not put these back on your car next year. Yeah, that's fair. They've been through some stuff. Heard it during another streamer? Maybe there's something on your computer then, if it's happening across different streams. Tire's absolutely worth it. Yeah, the tires I had on before were the stock tires that I think came on the car that whoever had the car before me drove on them for a few years before I got the car, and then I drove on them for a few years, and then I like ran over a nail and then had to get like the tire patched, and like there's a whole they've seen some stuff. I had them rotated and whatever. I didn't feel like I had any traction problems with them, but I believe the people when they tell me that they're dead now. How's weather there? Alberta's getting snow? It is chilly. It is. We've had some nights under freezing. And we've had a lot of rain. But no snow here yet. I should buy a snow shovel or two. I should probably just buy the ergonomic one and make myself learn how to use that from the get-go so I don't get used to using a regular one and then have to try and switch. A few years, definitely a long run. I guess that was what I wanted to Google was how long are tires supposed to live anyway? Like, I don't really know what the lifespan of them is meant to be, and I'm sure it depends a lot on how much you drive. It's probably more of a kilometers thing than it is like a years thing. I could Google this, and I probably will at some point, but I don't really know. Do you get routine maintenance? On the car, yeah. Get mine checked every 6 to 12 months. I always figured they were checking the tires when they were checking the rest of the car because I know those people will never, if there's something for them to sell me, they're gonna try. So I'd always just kind of trusted that. And yeah, car worked good. Didn't have any problems with it. Learning my first car. Each set lasts about 4 seasons or 2 years. Oh. Yeah, I probably got my money's worth out of the first ones then. Alright, good to know. Can you show your transmog a little bit? I can't make out why someone complimented it. Yeah, I'll show you. No shade at all. That's just a really funny way to say that. He's got his bracers, he's got his skirt, he's got his orchid bow. No, you're fine, you're fine. It's just giving, where do you get the audacity? Where do you get the courage to walk out of the door looking like that? What do I want to do? Sure. There is a years thing involved. The rubber itself breaks down, dries out, becomes dangerous to use. Oh. Well, I like the people at the tire place that I found, so I'm happy. I'll just keep going back to them. No, it's not a Mage Tower bow. It is. This one was from Noble Garden, and it's a recolor of a Trading Post bow mog, but I got it from Noble Garden. Having the tires looked at. After a couple of years, you should consider swapping them out. Yeah, not a big deal. I'm also, now that I've moved, I'm driving a lot more than I used to, because in the city, I could kind of get away with not driving for weeks at a time if I wasn't going anywhere, because I could, like, walk to get groceries or get them delivered and stuff. I could walk to visit different people, but now, if I'm doing anything, if I'm getting any supplies or visiting anybody or going, you know, fishing or hiking or something like that, it's gonna be a drive, which is fine. It's nice driving up here. But definitely putting a little bit more use on the car. Did you remember that exists? Like 7 months. Hi, Hazel. Hello, Tony B. How are you doing? Tony Beeswax. You guys know any good tire puns? I feel like they don't get much traction anyway. I have an undead priest female, and I want a full ball gown, slightly transparent with light sparkles inside, with like a nice full skirt, form-fitting bodice. Always wanted it. That sounds lovely. I would wear that. I would wear that on my priest in a heartbeat. Princess Inksy. This is gonna get me my achievement. You ready? Dun 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 dun. Sargerai, Commander's Void Scarred Regalia. The purple one. Because this was the leveling quest reward color. This is for doing a Mythic plus 30. Heroic World tier. I like this one a lot. That cloak is so good. The helmet, on the other hand, not really my thing. Let's take that part off. What achievement was that? Completing 100 world quests in Remix in Heroic World tier. One more yellowish once the last 2 raids are out. Yeah. Looking forward to that. Nice. Okay, I am going to take a short break. When I come back, I want to sort out my bags. I want to buy a couple more things with bronze and then hop onto my priest to do my daily Headless Horseman. I will be right back. Okie dokie. I am back. I am parked in the Infinite Bazaar. This is a Remix only area. This is where all the Remix vendors are. Jacob, thank you very much for the 51-month resub. Appreciate it. Okay, we are turning in our research. Bunch of these to do. Yeah, I ran a rogue shirt, yeah. That's some good bronze. Kind of tempted to do like a Mythic Nighthold just for gearing up's sake. I'd think about it. 8k fragmented mementos, 1 mil bronze for my main? Is it just like the anniversary setup? Not really. This is more of like a Remix specific hub that lets you kind of scrap your extra Remix gear. It's bronze and Remix is separate from like anniversary bronze. You get it from doing basically all content in Legion Remix, and then you can use it to buy various cosmetics. Some of them are new, and then some of them are just things that were in Legion, like raid sets and dungeon sets and whatnot. I can buy another 2 of these. Let's do just the top 2 here. I wonder when Nightthog will be out. I'm still missing a couple of world bosses, actually. I only have 30 infinite knowledge. Gonna have to do that now? Yeah, it's lots of fun. There's an add-on called Legion Remix Helper, which is nice because it gives you a whole big progress bar of how many things are available with bronze versus how much you've bought. It makes it easier to scrap things. Does all kinds of nice things. Those things are not available yet. You can still do add-ons even in Midnight. They're not removing all add-ons. They're limiting the ability of add-ons to interact with in-combat information directly. But they can still reskin in-combat info that's being provided by Blizzard, and also anything that doesn't have to do with combat info is fine. I think Trove Tally might be hiding things that I already own in the shop. That might be... I turned Trove Tally on. I think that's been doing it. Hi, baby girl. You coming back up? Up to 109% Versa. Hey, let's go do our Headless Horseman, huh? You cannot put an existing character in Remix. You must make a new character. And it'll ask you if you want to make a time runner, and that's how you get into Remix, is you go create a character and make a time runner. Add on the auto scraps gear? Yeah, Legion Remix Helper can do that. I have it set to automatically queue up for scrapping any gear that is any item levels below the stuff that I have on. We got a kitty kid. Kitty, are you a kitty cat? I know, I'm queen of asking obvious questions. That's like my favorite thing to do. Are you so cute? Baby girl. Don't have any pets. This is Miss Kira. She's my best friend. Hi, sweetie. Also known as Honey Bear, Sugar Plum. Sugar Plum Princess. Mimi. She's a real sweetheart. She's a very nice. You were a shelter kitten way back in the day. Hi. Always recommend. Hi. Hi. What was I doing? I was doing my horseman. Be sure to tell her I said psst, psst. She does not have a Halloween outfit. I'm not big on dressing up my pets. My dog has a collar that has a little bow tie that attaches to it, and I make him wear that, but that's because he can't tell. It doesn't feel any different on him. And he looks so handsome. He has like a red plaid bow tie, which is the most extra thing, but I don't care. All back here, we love her so much. I get it. I love her too. Hi. Oh, Django, thank you for the 16-month resub. Hello, Hazel. Hello. Yeah, one cat, one dog, one fish. This is my kitty Kira, and then I was just showing stream earlier a little video. Let me come up with some different pictures here. I can show you my puppy dog. He's in a different room right now, but this is when he had two beds together when we just moved in. That's my boy Moose. Let me pull up the one we were watching earlier. It was very cute. That's my buddy. He's nice big doggy. He's a good boy. Deathside, thank you for the 14-month resub. Still waiting on a Moose emote. He's so cute. Miss him on stream. Yeah, I want to get a webcam set up, but I'm not going to be able to get it on him unless he's in here, and he's almost never in this room. I actually don't have a picture of Barbara. I didn't really think she was going to live this long, to be honest with you. And I'm a little afraid that the moment that I post her online, she's going to die. Like it's the covenant. Like as soon as she gets any publicity, she's gonna bite it. Yeah, her name is Barbara. She is a female cherry barb. She is the last of her school, and I am allowing her to live out her final days in peace, as opposed to getting any more fish to bother her because they really only ever bothered her. What the heck? Oh, I forgot about those things. My goodness. Anyway, Headless Horseman. Let's get into healing spec. I do have a picture of a fish that I can show you, but it's not a pet fish. It was not a fish I kept for love. It was a fish I kept for food. I show you anyway. What? I went fishing. I caught salmon. Big salmon. Very delicious. I cured some of it. I made a little bit of homemade gravlax after deep freezing it for a while, and it was yummy. Holy moly. Big salmon. I was very excited. That's such a cute jacket. Aw, shucks. I look like a big gremlin when I go out fishing because I'm like underslept and cranky and my hair gets all crazy in the wind. I'm doing this, but it's not really a fashion show. Nice catch. Space for a grill, feature grilled fish. I want to get a grill, if only so my husband can live his husbandy dreams. But we're gonna have to clean it really well because I've heard that's one of the things that can attract bears into your yard is if your grill is not pristinely cleaned, they will come just to like lick it basically, which is kind of an extra stressor. You want to see my berry clothes again while I have them open? While I have Hazel's story time?
Oh, she is looking at me. I'm gonna probably come in.
Here. It's a very short video because I didn't want to be that person that like stands there filming instead of just like going into the house. That is my yard. And then there is the bear.
Come in.
Alright, horseman time. Yeah, just put a note for the bears on the grill. Please don't knock over my grill, thanks. Yeah, that's why that's why I'm extra careful with what I'm composting outside and why I don't want bird feeders and stuff. Because you just don't want to you just don't want to mess with it. They're adorable, don't get me wrong. I love them. I think they're so cute. I get so excited when I see them. But safety is important. You want to keep your distance. You want to make sure they're aware of you, and you don't want to have anything that they're going to want to get into out in your yard unattended. So you just have to think extra about a lot of stuff that's going to be outside in terms of like gardening and composting and cooking and anything like that. You got to be careful. Yeah, no, I'm not going to touch the bear. They're getting so nice and fat now. Big fat bear. I love big fat bear. Oh, because they're going down to hibernate now. I think they should be slowing down now, if not already. I'm sure some of them are already snoozing. Polar bear who escorts guests called Scarborough. Small portable gas grill outside, clean, keep indoors. Yeah, maybe. It kind of sounds like a pain in the butt. I'm only like I have a little electric stovetop grill that we can use, and I do that, but it's not the same. You're not gonna stick a whole salmon on it. But people here do grill, so like it is something that happens. I think you just gotta clean it and you just gotta be careful. If I ever decide to try to have chickens, I'm gonna need to install some electric fencing. So maybe I would just, I don't know, let the chickens have the grill. I need to open my loot-filled pumpkin if I didn't do it already. Did I do it already? I did. Boo. Oh well. 9 tricky treats. There's 34 of them there. Is that the only thing I wanted to do today in retail? Probably. Yeah, let's play Remix. I live in South Africa. I'm always amazed when people from North America ask if we have pet lions or if lions wander the streets. You guys have bears that do wander the streets and climb into people's gardens. This is the first place I've ever lived that had bears just around. I've always heard of them, but until I moved here, I'd never seen one in my life. It's not a super common thing for like most settled areas to get them, but if you get deep enough in the bush, they're around. Bears, deer, moose, fox. Yeah, deer for sure. Deer are everywhere here. What kind of animals do you get around in people's like outdoor spaces? I bet the birds are cool. What am I doing? Baby cheater, the cutest things ever. Scariest animal in my country is not the bear, not the wolf, but the wolverine. I think I mean, the most dangerous thing that's going to happen to you in the woods here is you're going to fall down and get lost and die. That's what kills most people, is just bad hiking, because lots of people go hiking and it is way more dangerous than people give it credit for. So it is not unusual for people to just vanish because they did something dumb. But animal-wise, our bears are not that dangerous. Our bears are black bears, so they don't really want to mess with you, and as long as you're not threatening them or in between them and either their babies or some food, they're not gonna, it's like a big raccoon. A very cute big raccoon that's like big bear paws. We have cougars though. And as an adult, an able-bodied adult, you're probably not going to get into trouble with them. You're a little safer if you're not alone. But cougars are spooky in that you're not going to see the cougar, but the cougar's going to see you. I've never seen one, but I bet you they've watched me before. Let's do a random heroic. Well, let's level Orca a little bit. Why are all the wild cats so friendship but not friends? That's how I feel about the bears. Like, I promise I have a good head on my shoulders and I won't do anything unsafe with the bears and the wildlife here. But, in my heart, I just want to give them big hugs. I just want to feed them blueberries and give a smooch. Mwah. But I just take all that energy and I just level my dog. Black bears plus babies. That was the first time I saw one too. Is the first bear I saw after I moved here was a mom with a cub. It's like, oh, pardon me, ma'am. Don't mind me. My dog and I will be carrying along, and just don't worry about it. I mean, no offense to you or your people, but they're so cute. Oh my god, they're so cute. People have children's pools in the yard. Bear finds it. I love the videos of them with people's like porch swings and stuff. Apparently bears just like swings. Alright, let's queue for a random heroic. This is my mage. This is Orca. Lamplighter Orca. Frost Mage Extraordinaire. And we're mainly working on our order hall. Collect 3 powerful enemies in dungeons. So she needs to do dungeons anyways. Dungeons and world quests. Do baby bears get fat too for winter? I don't know what they do in their first year. They must, because the bears are born. Like, mama parties in the summer, but then they are able to actually, like, their bodies are kind of interesting in that they can delay conception so that they are pregnant over the winter and they give birth early spring while they're still hibernating, and then she'll be, like, nursing and having her cubs around before she even wakes, like, properly gets up in the spring. They're not, like, asleep, they're just kind of snoozing in sort of a lower energy state. So, like, the first spring, the bears are born, but then the second one, I would have to assume they have to get at least a little bit fat. I don't know, actually. Because they stay with their moms for a few years. They would have their whole first year of life to kind of get a bit bigger before their first winter hits, but I do know that they don't all make it, which is very sad, because they're very cute, and I would keep one. Especially if mom had like a lot of cubs in one year, it's not likely that they're all gonna make it. Fat baby bears would make me melt. Speaking of orcas, we need them as a mount. Chill, dudes. Bigger than lions, smarter than baboons, which do come into people's houses here. Wild monkeys and apes would freak me out. I would love to meet them, but I would have no concept of what's going on. I've never in my life, aside from like a zoo, met like a wild monkey or an ape. I've never been anywhere that had them. I have heard that there's crossover between the smartest bears and the dumbest people, though. I hope there's baby bear heaven. Maybe in my next life, I'll be able to hang out with bears. You know, it'll be like an alternate universe where bears domesticated people and I can just be adopted by a mama bear and I can just like live with her and her cubs. Chimps scare me, but I want to meet orangutans. Seem chill and smart. Wow. Just because an animal has the capacity to do murder doesn't mean I think I want to write it off. Because, you know, people have the capacity to do murder. And I've met several excellent people that have done no murder, so I bet you there's good chimps out there too. Just because something can rip your face off doesn't mean it's gonna. You know, all things considered. Do we have orangutans in WoW? I don't know that we do. Oh, how many barrel games am I really gonna do here? I need another 3 world quests? 2 world quests. You could maybe scare off one baboon, but there's never just one baboon. Size of German Shepherd's canine teeth the size of a pinky finger. The most recent season of Alone was in Africa, and they had baboons there, and it was pretty ominous seeing a pack of them on like a ridge opposite you, like deciding if they were going to come through and tear up your camp. Not really much you could do about it. Oh! My add-on works! Nice! Alright, well I don't have to try anymore. I don't know what add-on is doing that. It used to be World Quest List. Maybe it still is. Maybe I just haven't tried mousing over them this whole time. They had a trunk full of monkeys escape in Oklahoma this week. Oh. Not doing that world quest again. This one's fine. I just need to do a few of them for my class hall campaign. How much experience gain do you have? 198. 198. It's coming along. Proud Lord Meow. 300. Nice. It's national news here if a lion roams the streets or escapes from reserve. If a spoonful of sugar helps medicine go down, what does a trunk full of monkeys do? I'm just imagining that they're on like a Pixar movie journey together, you know? Like that's the beginning of their movie. They have to find their way back to the jungle somehow, but they're just in like Oklahoma. At least my mage looks nice. Is she in a queue? She is in queue for a dungeon. I've heard the random dungeons are pretty good experience. Oh, she got a bronze cash for repeating the Asuna Tour achievement. That's kind of good to know. That would be not awful bronze farming. I don't think I knew that you could repeat those. Because you don't need to do the questing campaign to do the zone meta. You can just do rares and treasures and then like exploring and that'll do it, I'm pretty sure. There's level 43. Let's turn in her class campaign quest. Makes the game look easy. I won't be fooled. Remix is pretty easy. It starts out a bit slower than this, but the whole point of Remix is that you're getting increasingly overpowered with time. It's like a sort of a much faster paced, sort of arcadey style replay of a WoW expansion because you get really boosted. I don't know anything about Mage. I'm just pressing the buttons that are lighting up. Oculus. Well, there's a scenario. I don't really want to do that until after I'm done this dungeon. Archmage Orca. I know, I didn't think I was going to keep any of my extra remix alts beyond, Oh, hang on, some of these are upgrades. Beyond Crawdad, but I kind of like the name too much to let go of it. Do they go through the legendary weapons? They give you an artifact weapon, and then they put like special talents on it that are exclusive to Legion Remix. So every artifact weapon will have the same talent tree to work with, and you get pretty strong powers as you get going through it. Oh, there's our dungeon cube. Off to start. Have fun. Whale sounds. Okay. Corn stars. I wonder if these could just be found on any dungeon enemy. Kind of sounds like it. I'm also curious. I'm starting at 43, nearly 44. We'll see what kind of level I am by the time we're done with this dungeon. It should be pretty good. With all of my XP boost going on. Any other titles I like better than Lamplighter? Also, I need to remember that this character is not fully leveled and fully geared and able to solo things. She's gonna have to actually hang back and play the game normally. She could be a captain. Man, we have a lot of titles these days. Advice on someone just getting back and starting Remix today, like right now. An add-on that's helping me out a lot is Legion Remix Helper. Makes it easier to clear out your bags of all the gear that you're gonna get. Wowhead has a page posted for each spec that'll tell you your best traits on jewelry to keep an eye out for that'll help you do lots of damage. But the game does a pretty good job of, it'll walk you through what to do. You want to do your infinite research quests that they give you. You can kind of choose your own adventure. There's lots of different options. As soon as you're able to get into raids, if you don't mind doing them, people will just blast you through them. You don't have to do anything in particular, and you'll get a lot of power from that. It's good for leveling, and it's good for gearing up, and it's good for getting bronze. Bronze farm waiting for midnight. Yeah. Yeah, I can't go wrong. Did we do the boss? We did. Definitely not too late to start. We're only in phase 2. We're still waiting for 2 more content releases to come out in it. Oh, another thing, actually, if you're just starting Remix that is, and you're planning on playing for a while, that's nice to do early, is prioritize getting your infinite knowledge up. There is a guide that I can find here. Infinite knowledge here. There's a Wowhead page that has, I've just linked it in chat, it has a list of all of the different sources of infinite knowledge. It's on different achievements. And the earlier you can do those, the better, because getting that up is going to scale the rate at which you're getting infinite power. So your raids and your dungeons are going to go further if you have a higher amount of infinite knowledge. So it's a nice thing to prioritize early. And it's a nice little framework for what to work on while you're leveling and while you're getting your first character started, is just to kind of work through those achievements. And it'll get your power up, because eventually you're just boosting this Limits Unbound trait to give yourself extra versatility. And it's going to go a lot faster with good infinite knowledge. It is account-wide, so you only have to do it once. And if you want to play any other alts, they'll benefit from it. Nice to do early.
Watch your step.
Alright, let's go play the game. I don't have DBM for this, but I can just... wearing a cape? Oh, somebody else has the DBM. Oh, I have the DBM. Light colored vest. And where's the third one? Over here. Short sleeves. With a cape, light vest, short sleeves, like you? No. No luck. Worth a try. Happy I'm a demon hunter because they've enabled the spectral sight to see the spy again after all 5 hints have been gotten. Well, that's weird. Got it, okay. Nice. Did they used to be able to just do it instantly, like right away? I thought that was a thing. Back in Legion you could see it instantly, and they changed it to require hints when it came back for Mythic Plus, and then in the same season they removed that completely, and now it requires hints again. Gotcha. I do kind of like playing the game, now that I understand where the hints are. Although, I guess I've never gotten all 5 hints. I always just did it with 3. I don't know where the other 2 rumor mongers are.
Watch your step.
So that got me from 44 all the way up to 46. Just all by itself. And I got 1 item for my... I'm gonna leave. I got 1 item for my campaign. Alright, let's do this. Actually, let me do some talent points and then we can do the scenario. Speaking of talent points, I had... somewhere here... Frostmage Remix. I was just following off of like a guide here. What did I miss specking into? These ones. The ice block heal. And then over here, looks like we're looking for that one. what do they want me to do? Destroy demons, kill demons, destroy portals. Oh yeah, I never did use my Call of the Forest. Ah, I see. I thought that was destroying a portal, but that was just teleporting to a different area. Looks like they're not going to make me fly, which is nice. My puppy looks so tired. I just saw him wander past my office door. He needs a good nap. I am not in combat. It's not true. It is true. They're above us. I don't feel like Frozen Orb's gonna make it up there. I really thought I was gonna get through like 5 different class overhaul campaigns in Remix, and even with the missions sped up, I still don't think I'm gonna do it. Maybe if I go back to doing retail delves and I kill Kaiveza way faster than I think I'm going to, maybe then. But I don't know. It's still a lot of questing to get through these campaigns. Hello all, hope you're having a lovely day. Hello Groovy Man TV. I'm doing well, right back at ya. I hope you're setting up for a glorious fall weekend. Festive, if that's your, you know, piece of candy. I remember that I'm getting upgrades now because I'm leveling again. Keep forgetting that that's how that works. And then remix time to reduce your cooldowns is always nice too. I always forget about that. EU has an armies of Legionful Emissary up today. NA has it as well. It is sad. Working hard in Remix, almost up to 200% versatility on my monk. Very nice. You must be crushing. Here. Did this one already. I must have missed one somewhere. I think I can jump down. I don't know if I want to try. Might have to. You know what's funny is I bet you now that I think about it, they probably let you fly. No, maybe not. Took a break from her to work on a hunter, almost level 80. Very nice. Yeah, I know people have been leveling a bunch of alts with Remix nice and fast. Get some extra Fell-scorned mounts for free. Is this the middle? Yeah, there we go. Already purchased everything the vendors have to offer, just waiting on more stuff to release. Nice. I caught up to everything I could get, except for the class mounts, and I decided I wasn't going to level very many alts, so I've been working on those. But once I have those, and I only think I have like 2-3 left to get, I'm gonna be in trouble. Talk to Archmage Vargoth, but he left me. Oh, he's right next to me. Okay. He's following me around. Max IP achievement? I don't think so. It doesn't sound like me. Find a way into the Nexus building. How hard is the Mythic 30 achievement if you're not a very good player? Not hard. I didn't have to do any mechanics. Especially if you've got your character geared up, which again doesn't really take learning anything really. Oopsies. Not hard at all. I just joined a random group for a 30 key and we just smashed through it in like 6 minutes. I don't even think I was fully geared at the time. I don't know how I made it all dark. Oh. Must have been something to do with Invis. Oh, Furby. There's a Boomkin in there with 500% verse. They just one-hit everything. Yeah. Nexus was the bottom one, wasn't it? Okay, so they're not gonna let you go in the actual dungeon. I feel like I did that in a way that they didn't want me to, despite only using mage buttons for a mage class order hall quest, and now I'm a little worried that I broke it. Let's climb up to the top and see if that does anything. There we go. Use the Nightborn Soul Stone. 70% health. I don't press a lot of Frostbolt. I wonder if I'm meant to. Oh, there's the Soul Stone. That's exactly what I would have done as a mage main. There we go. Do they just want me to leave? Probably. Let them finish talking just in case it's important. Let us return to the Hollow Guardian. I can do that. I'm probably gonna have to queue up for some more instances for the lucky number quest. If we did a normal, we can do a heroic. Or vice versa. Upstairs? Well, that puts me at 47. The levels do come pretty quickly. And it's not like I'm doing this optimally or anything. Is it a mage thing where when I eat food, I conjure snow cones and stuff into my bags? I don't know why this happens sometimes. I've never heard of that. Like, I know you can conjure refreshment into your bag to then eat. But I've never heard of it happening the other way around. Like you're just eating food and then it starts putting stuff in your bags. That's strange. There we go. That gives me a couple more followers. Raid's fastest way to level? Yeah. If I finish my campaign... Artifact infused. If I finish my campaign and I'm not done leveling, then I can probably pivot more to raids. Working on Pandaria cooking and achievements, and it happened while I ate something. No, that's weird. Forged for battle. Complete your order campaign, unlock a new appearance for your weapon. That seems like a good idea. I know I have to do more for the mount, though. I know some of it's going to be broken shore. I wonder if there's more that I haven't done yet. Aid Senegos and Asuna. Yeah, we got to do this. This is part of it. So I have to do an Asuna storyline and then talk to Caligos out there. Or Senegos. Pardon me. This one. Oh, I never got shifting power. Oops. That seems important. We have at least one research to turn into. Well, it looks like I'm gonna be able to get a couple more mounts. Alright, we'll stay in the dungeon queue and then we'll go start doing the Asuna questing that they're looking for. I forgot they just give you stuff. It just gave me the Broken Isles intro quest. That's so funny. I don't think that's what we're doing. Anyway, go talk to Khadgar and Dalaran. It'll be nice to finally get the prismatic disc eventually. Hi. These were not what we wanted to do. Let's go see if we can aid Senegos and Asuna. I think the really loaded quest log is a bit overwhelming on an alt. You have a lot of like research and just basic quests, and they give you tons of bronze. Midnight Beta, November 11th. Another test of housing going on. Oh, good. That's exciting. Azurwing Repose. I don't know where we start for that. I don't know. You might need to start at the beginning of the campaign out here. I don't know if they're gonna let you skip a whole lot of it. November 11th is not that far away. That's exciting for beta. Abandon the Val'sharah campaign. Oh, okay. How do I do that? Am I on any of them? Yeah. Yes, I am. They might be losing me with this. I think tomorrow on stream, we're going to be on late. I'm going to do kind of a later stream time for Halloween because I've got some stuff going on tomorrow morning otherwise. I'm going to do some trick-or-treating. We'll do our horseman attempt. And then maybe work on some delve stuff. I think if I want to start the Asuna campaign, I should probably go back to the Hall of the Guardian and try and do it there. Don't jump off Gul'dan's platform and land in the pool. Can't get out without help. Spend 10 points again. Yeah, you get a little spoiled just playing your remix main, so to speak, at not having to spec things all the time. Alright, there's gotta be like a map somewhere. I know where it is in the Hunter Hall. Someone here has a map where I can pick my campaign. Had a solid hour of extreme drama. Made myself a cup of tea. Tea always helps. Welcome back. We're not having any drama. I'm just poking around trying to pick up the thread of my class hall campaign. Which wants me to do some Asuna campaign. Which needs me to abandon the Val'sharah campaign. Which has led me into a multi-layered campaign sandwich. There is a board in here somewhere. And if I keep doing laps, I will find it. At least you run nice and fast in here. Well, that's not going to help me. Oh, here it is. Looks like a magic map. Okay. Downstairs and left. They said abandon the Val'sharah campaign, but I don't believe I'm on the Val'sharah campaign. Maybe I need to do a little bit of the Val'sharah campaign. That's a bit of a bummer. Yeah, just do our dungeon. I was hoping that would let me pick it up. What are you struggling with? Campaign. My mage, I'm working on the Mage Order Hall campaign. I just want to get as much of it done as I can so that I'm ready to hopefully re-earn my original class mount when the Broken Shore comes out. And they want me to do some Asuna campaign to get caught up, but they won't let me start it. And I'm just trying to pick up the thread of it, basically. Oh, I was hoping I would get into that dungeon. We also need items out of dungeons, so that'll work too. You need a Asuna campaign? Yeah, they're saying I need to do... I need to complete the Defending the Azurwing Repose storyline in Asuna, which I think was part of the main campaign. Unless it's a side campaign, but I couldn't find the starter quest for it, and it wouldn't give me any of the Asuna campaign until I abandoned the Val'sharah campaign, but I'm not on the Val'sharah campaign. I don't know that I'm doing Balance of Power. I might be. I'm a little fuzzy on... Oh, well, I should not run ahead. I'm a little fuzzy on the details of, like, what the different various quests are for and how much different things are needed for the mount that I'm trying to work on. Okay, if it's just Balance of Power, then I guess I can just leave it alone. Maybe I did everything I needed to do. I like that. I like that solution. What about this? 3 special gifts. Is this Balance of Power as well? How do I know? They're not tagged any differently. They're just under Mage Order Hall. It just says campaign. I don't remember which ones used to be Balance of Power. They are tagged differently. If you open the quest log, there's a book icon. Oh, they are tagged differently. Thank you. I never would have looked for that. Okay, that's good. I can quit that then. We're not worried about that. BOP quests are under artifact and journal. Right. Okay. So I do need to do the lucky number thing. I don't need to do power within. Cool. Okay. I will just unhide it. What on earth am I up to? Am I all right? I think I think I'm on Crawdad and I'm not. This is a random dungeon and I'm not as powerful as I think I am. Or I just forgot where the door was. Because Harboron's dead now. Here's the door. No worries, Queen. I just want to get my prismatic disc when the broken shore comes out. Oh. Use my invis. Just to see if I can avoid all of those angry ghost pirates that we upset. I'm coming. I'm on my way. Man, this is a short dungeon. The most necessary lust. Oh, I'm level 52. That went fast. Did I get the thing? No. I wonder if it's only heroic dungeons. Finally started spending bronze on my Time Walker main. Spent around 450k. Got most of the mounts that I didn't have yet. Nice. It's satisfying to get kind of caught up to the point where you can't spend anymore until more content comes out. I like that. Debating how much time to buy right now. Oh, how likely is it that WoW releases a new 6-month deal? Ooh, good question. I know that if you were on a recurring sub, like if you buy a 6-month sub right now, and then they come out with a deal later, they'll give you the stuff. Like I'm on a recurring 12-month sub, and whenever they come out with one of those deals, I just get it automatically without having to do anything extra. I don't know when they do them though. Because of that, I don't really pay attention to when they come out. They may be likely to do another one. Not 100%. Let's go. Can I just leave here? No, you're not allowed. Hoping they're gonna put the regular class hull mounts in a vendor, not looking promising. I think if they were gonna do it, they would have done it from the get-go. I don't think they would. Like, everything that's on the vendors for future phases is already on the vendors, just not available. So I agree. I would have liked it a lot. It would have been nice. I don't have so many of them to catch up on. It's just, it's not very... I feel like I only really want them for the +1. I'm not even going to ride them because the ones that I don't have are for classes I don't play very much. Wish the housing vendor was up. I'm excited to see it. Should be easier in Remix because you can skip the missions. They're fussy though. Like, I don't disagree that they're easy. I'm working on it on my mage here, and it just gives me a headache trying to piece out the different bits and pieces. Honestly, just running laps around this class hall trying to remember where I'm going is driving me nuts. Maybe it's just mage, but I'm having a terrible time replaying it even with the instant missions. Maybe I don't deserve the mount. Here, let's do... A little bit of shopping. That always helps. Yeah, if you're done with your ads now, I don't know when they're going to do a new 6-month deal. I'm not sure what their cadence is for those, but I do know that if you're on a recurring sub like that, they'll, even if you get your 6-month sub now, and then they do a deal like in 2 months, if you're on a rolling sub, they'll just give you the rewards. That's how I get mine. I'm on a rolling 12-month sub, and I just get them whenever they come out. If it helps. Turn in this one. Can't wait for the hidden mount. More issue while streaming. Getting lost with WoW stuff is easy. 10 minutes trying to figure out one thing and then you do it and it's like, oh, yeah. It just doesn't feel very straightforward. Like, none of the things are hard. It's just finding the thread of what you're working on, I feel like, is tough for me sometimes. You will keep getting the mounts if you only do it once and then buy WoW token for game time. That's pretty crazy. Okay, so I have 50 bronze. So yeah, I can buy the last two. I'm not going to buy the Archmage disc because I'm going to get to level 80 eventually. Oh, hey, you get bronze for that. That's right. Turn that in. That was the weapon I already got. Another 16k bronze. Okay, so I'm not buying any more class mounts. I cannot buy anything else here. Yet, anyways. I'll need a decent amount later. 100k for this unstable portal emitter. Goodness. Seed of the Triumvirate. Yeah, that's probably why. These ones will come together. Tell books. Some more mana rays. Ooh, I like that color actually. That's nice. There's one. Urzel. I feel like this looks kind of fuzzy. This looks like my glasses aren't working right. he's a little murky. The 3D parts look fine, but this texture is struggling. These guys needs the Argus one. Drops from a rare. It is rarely up inside the dungeon. Sucks to farm. That must be why they want 100k for it. These guys we've done. These ones we still need. Your eyes are fine. It's the glamour. Yeah, I do need new glasses. It's been a couple of years and I'm struggling with detail. But I'll get an eye exam eventually. I gotta find another eye doctor because I moved. This will be a bit expensive. Some nice sets through here, though. I remember this helmet. It was like a spirit hood for hunters, with the big naga tentacles. But we'll get lots of bronze in the next phase. Okay. She has so many infinite research quests on. Holy mackerel. Maybe she should just hide those and then she'll feel better about everything. let's just get rid of all that. We'll get new stuff at higher levels anyway. Well, Avantis is our world boss. We don't super need him. Got a few more leveling quests. It's nice to have the rest of the Felscorn mounts, though. The last one I need is just the mage one, which will be... If we're 54 now, and I did, what, 2 dungeons and, like, a quest, I think we'll be 80 before we know it. See if we can find some more rares to do. And some of these sky demons would be good. I think tomorrow's gonna be Hallow's End, like the last of my Hallow's End stuff. And hopefully they put out a trading post preview. I'll double check, but I don't think they've done one today. No, just midnight beta test and housing early access. Or join an early access test in PTR. They're doing another one Thursday, October 30th through Friday, October 31st. So that's today. This time focusing on guild neighborhoods. Please work together, create guilds large and small to help us test out the guild neighborhood feature of housing. Guess it has to be tomorrow. Yeah, it's almost over. I don't think I'm getting the Ghastly Charger this year. Players will be welcomed home with the start of housing early access in The Warding, which is, I guess, the next patch. Midnight prologue update in housing early access. They didn't give a date, did they? I know people are saying November 11th. It must be in a different article. I don't know the one I'm looking at. So they just updated this. This is what I'm reading. So this is the early access test. So it's another PTR event for housing. Starts today, runs through tomorrow on guild neighborhoods. You don't need midnight on your account to take part. Test for an in-progress feature might get taken down, etc., etc. And then the rest of this looks like it's talking about a new patch, but they don't have, at least on this article, a date. I wonder if they posted it with the date. Here, let's pull Wowhead. Blizzard is announced. Let me view the original here. Oh no, here we go. It's a different article. Midnight beta test goes live on November 11th. Press, fan sites, friends, family, check out the upcoming expansion. Anybody who pre-purchases or upgrades to the Epic Edition of Midnight will also gain access to the beta. Okay. I just didn't want to mix up the actual housing early access and not just the PTR event with the Midnight beta test date. So I was like, they're not giving us housing in November 11th, are they? This is what's available in beta. And then that's an ad for pre-purchasing. That's signing up for beta access. Although there's going to be lots of people in there with coming early access. Housing December 2nd. Yeah. Alright, neat. Okay. I bet you some people are going to be doing the housing PTR thing soon. Let's do a couple of rears. I'm going to wrap up for today fairly shortly. If there's anything else that you wanted to ask or chat about before I head out. I'm gonna be late tomorrow. I'm gonna tentatively plan to do stream around 1 o'clock Pacific time, which is an hour later than my normal ending time. That's when I'm gonna tentatively plan to start, but I might have to push it back depending on whether or not things are wrapped up here first. But we'll do a little Halloween stream. You dressing up? Not particularly. We usually wear the Murloc onesie and call it good. Happy to hang out while being distracted by work. Noted. Yeah, we'll be late. We'll not be on in the morning. Because of we're getting our ducts cleaned, and they're gonna be in this room for a bit. So, didn't I have another rare? Might have done. Do you get trick or treaters? I don't know. We'll see. I guess I hope not, because I haven't got any candy. I've never done that, and I just moved into a house like a couple months ago, so I'm very new to the whole business. Flog the Capnator. If he's a rare elite, he might be dangerous. I've never in my life handed out candy to a trick-or-treater. It's just never come up. Thanks for the stream. Good luck with Headless Horseman, everybody. Love those onesies. They're so comfy. Don't be that house that gives out sunflower seeds. I might be that house that gives out nothing, because I don't have anything. I don't think anyone's going to come. We haven't decorated. I don't have any decorations at all for Halloween. I'm not a big Halloween person. I guess it sounds kind of selfish to say I'm not going to give out candy because there's nothing in it for me, but I haven't done anything yet. Money was a little tight this year. Leave the porch light off. They won't come a knocking. Porch light. You guys have porch lights? Do I have a porch light? I don't know if I have a porch. I would be surprised if they make it down the road up here, but if anybody does, we'll I guess keep the lights off. Let's see here. Maybe next year we'll get some stuff and have some candy just in case. Got the Headless Horseman mount. Congratulations, that's exciting. Does she have $1 on Hearthstone? She must. Should work. I know she's a mage, but... He'll just get the kid in a bear costume that doesn't talk but really wants the sweets. I have not missed any days in the Horseman. Ask your neighbors. What, like knock on their door? Hello, excuse me. Can you tell me about the local children? What do they do? No reason. What are they up to? Also, I'm Hazel. My dog stares at you all the time. You can go trick-and-treating too. Yeah. Anyway, I will be back tomorrow, like I said, afternoon, starting late. I appreciate the company. I hope you have a happy and safe Halloween if you're going to do that before next time I see you. Appreciate you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye!